And this is Joseph Darling from the Men of High Value channel. Today we're going to talk about the 4 stages of a masculine man. Stage number 1, lead yourself. Stage number 2, lead a team. Stage number 3, lead women. Stage number 4, lead kids. Those are the 4 stages of the masculine man. And let's talk about number 1 for a second. Lead yourself. Leading yourself starts with the principle of semen retention. What is semen retention? Semen retention means that you simply do not ejaculate. You don't ejaculate at all. It's gonna have been years since you've actually accomplished this. Years since you've managed to go 30 days without ejaculation. Unless you've been part of my channel or part of this community for a long time. It is time to start today. Make the decision today that you're not going to ejaculate at all for the next 90 days. This is critical in order for you to learn how to lead yourself. Leading yourself without semen retention is not really leading yourself. Especially not if you are already in a relationship trying to lead a woman in stage 3. If you're ejaculating a lot in that relationship, trust me, she's the one wearing the pants. Okay? So, leading yourself means mastering semen retention, which also includes massively not watching porn. I hope that we've managed to get past that point of watching porn and understanding that watching porn is completely feminine. I'm not saying that women should be watching porn. I'm just simply saying that it's a lack of controlling yourself and putting basically influences in your life that they're not worthwhile. They're not worth anything. Eradicate it. Take it out of your life. It's not going to help you in any shape or form. With that said, leading yourself with semen retention, going through the 90-day process of rebooting that system, your basically your neuro system. Okay, you want your mind to be able to be released from the captivity of porn and masturbation and orgasm. You want to get past that point. Because once you're past that point of 30 days, you can get into focus mode. It takes about 30 days before your systems, your body normalizes to normal sperm production levels, which means that you are able now to control the energy that is happening in your body on a consistent basis. The first 30 days, especially the first 2 weeks, are like insane, okay? If you've gone 2 weeks without ejaculating, you've constantly been ejaculating on a daily basis for a long time, getting to 2 weeks, oh my gosh, you're gonna be like, oh, my brain, I don't know what to do. I gotta watch porn, I gotta masturbate. Oh, I feel the pressure down there. Get over it. Okay, like people have, like in the old days, come on man, people got shot with like arrows in their shoulder and they had to like walk around with it and like try to take it out so they wouldn't die. And you're complaining that it's so hard to stop masturbating. Come on, like you're a man. Grow up, you know? Let's get to the next point now where you can actually control those emotions. If you can't control those emotions, then how on earth are you going to be able to control yourself when you're in bed with a woman? And not ejaculate? Exactly. How on earth are you going to control yourself if you have to be in battle with someone and you're fighting for like half an hour until, you know, whatever happens? You know, like, do you understand what I mean? Like, overcoming your ejaculation need and desperation for it is critical. You cannot be a man without it. So it's time that we start leading ourselves when it comes to that. Another aspect of leading yourself is also getting to the point where you learn to take charge of your own life. Okay, I've had a client, he's basically had he's had his mom basically decide over him for a long period of time. And he now came to the point where he's beginning to succeed in business, and he knows and he knew that to get to the next level in his business, he had to get away from the grasp of his mother, who's masculine. And masculine mothers very often will create feminine boys. And so that, that feminine boy has to grow up to become a man at one point, and that means taking charge of his own life, making his own decisions, and going his own way. How can he create a family and lead feminine women if he himself is in the grasp of other women? This is why I quit my job. In October 2016, I had been under the grasp of women for ever since 2007. For 9 years, okay, I had been under the grasp of women. In terms of working for them, being in business with them, my mother, and my wife for that matter. Do you understand? I had been continuously ejaculating and continuously in the at the mercy of women. You can't do that. I'm not saying that you should reject them and blame them and basically make it difficult for them and burden them. I'm saying you just need to make your own decisions and kindly and nicely explain that you need to make your own decisions, and you'll listen to them, you'll take some of their advice, and then you'll throw out the stuff that doesn't matter. And that's not important, and that's not gonna work. So that's part of leading yourself, is standing up for yourself and standing up for who you want to be. And also choosing your life. This basically means that you develop a purpose. Okay? Not having a purpose means that you cannot lead yourself. You cannot take the next steps in your life without knowing where you are going. The Cheshire Cat, or whatever it's called in Alice in Wonderland. Remember? Alice in Wonderland comes up to the Cheshire Cat and she asks, where should I go? And then the cat's like, well, where do you want to end up? And she's like, well, it doesn't really matter. I just need to go somewhere. And then he's like, well, then it doesn't really matter where you go. It doesn't really matter which road you take. So you can't lead yourself unless you know where you're going and in what direction you're going. So the direction that I would recommend is the direction of masculinity, to having a clear, concise description of what masculinity is for you. I would recommend that you use this channel to determine what is masculinity, because it's not that I'm massively masculine, okay? I understand that. I've grown up feminine my entire life, okay? But things are progressing. I'm getting there slowly but surely and becoming more and more masculine in everything that I do. And that is my passion, to be a man, okay? And to help others to actually be men, because that's the only way that we're gonna save humanity and take things to the next level. So have a purpose and be committed to it, and then one step at a time, take the next step to move towards that purpose and towards that end goal. And that is part of leading yourself, knowing where you're going so that you can actually make decisions and commitments moving in that direction. Another aspect of leading yourself is simply starting a business. Starting a side hustle of some sort. If you're only having a job, or if you don't even have a job, it is time for you to either have a job if you can. If I have one of my fantastic clients who basically he's living at home right now. He just kind of almost finished his studies, and I'm like, if you're living with your mom for a period of time, there's nothing wrong with starting a business directly from home and just building a business, because you've got the luxury of being provided for by your mom, right? Eventually he'll have to get out of the grasp of his mother, right? But he's got the skills necessary to make money online. So that's what I recommend for him. You have to figure out what the best thing is for you when it comes to building a side hustle and a business. If you've got a job, then keep your job, make sure you provide for yourself, and then build a side hustle, build a business on the side, okay? Use your other 8 hours. You've got 8 hours for work, you've got 8 hours to basically sleep, you've got the other 8 hours that you need to lead yourself well in order for you to progress to the next level of financial freedom, so that you can actually quit your job and be full-time in your business. But you can't do that before you actually have the same amount made in business next to your full-time job, so that you're making double the money, okay? Once you make double the money, then it's time to actually move over, get rid of your job, and start being disciplined and focused, and basically make your business a job, okay? That like you actually have these set hours and you follow those hours until the work is done on a daily, consistent basis. I have another client of mine. He's building basically the transport business that I had a while back. He's doing a great job, and we're getting contracts there, and I'm helping him out there and all that stuff. But I'm now replacing myself with him, and I told him, you just need to contact someone every single day in order to sell your services. Every single day. It doesn't matter. I just want one, okay? Can you just do one every single day? Because if he just keeps up that discipline, he's done that every single day now for a whole week, where he just contacts one customer, one potential customer every single day, and then he texts me and says, done, I've done it. This is what happens when you become my client. I follow up with you and I make sure that you do the things that you are supposed to do in order to create exponential growth. Trust me, eventually he's going to get to doing 2 a day. Eventually he's going to get to 5 a day, 10 a day, and eventually he's going to probably get to 20 a day, and that's going to be the thing that makes him fantastically rich. Got it? This is part of leading yourself, is to start small and just simply be consistent, guys. Consistency is key. That is what masculinity means. Consistency. Emotionally stable, have full control over one's emotions. That basically just means that you're being consistent. Nothing changes. You're just consistent. It's boring. It's mundane. Welcome to masculinity, okay? Women and the results that we create, the exponential growth, the quality of our relationships, that's what's going to create the joy in our lives. And it comes from going through the boring and mundane consistency of business making. That's where it's at. It's not fancy. It's not like, boom, amazing, I scored a huge deal. Those deals will come, but they come from being consistent. Just like that guy contacting one guy a day. That's it. And if he just does that for a long period of time, the exponential growth is going to happen. There's no magic tricks. It's just consistency, exponential growth. It starts with leading yourself. With that said, leading yourself means that you are not distracted. You actually manage to be focused. If you're distracted continuously by the need for, just different things going on in your life, you're not leading yourself. You're being led by the things that are getting your attention, right? So you have to learn to channel your attention on the things that you want to create. That is also part of leading yourself. So I'm going to end there. My name is Joseph Darling. This is the Men of High Value channel. If you like this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And tell me what you think is masculinity, and I want to hear that opinion. I'll see you again tomorrow.